We're ready for some football here in Chicago at historic Soldier Field. Tonight's a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. His punter, Ethan Evans, gonna send this one away. And Sunday night prime time, he's off and running. Devin Duvernay to return it. And that's gonna set them up just beyond their own 20. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
His rookie season last year, Kate, a reminder that no matter how talented you are, this league can humble you. And it didn't help being the most sacked quarterback in football as well. But remember, 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, he showed glimpses of what I know Chicago wants more of this year.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss, first play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Williams from the gun. He finds a Dunze downfield. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They're getting 25 on that play. And it'll be first down Bears.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First down, Williams. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Working from the gun, Williams. Oh, the football's loose. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. To the air yet again, Williams. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still second down.
They'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Here's Williams again. That's to Dunze again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Here he goes, third and long. They set up the screen here to Swift. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They send the tight end in motion. Again, it's Williams. Escapes the pocket. And he gets back to the line, but no
sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Williams. He dodged the tackle, and he gets this forward to the 19.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of inch as they get set for 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. Swift. Can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
This is one of those plays I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Back to Swift. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. Swift, the touchdown! Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Rams, nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age, we see the arm fall apart. We see the wear in the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Throwing now, Stafford. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Might shift to the run here, 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak with Stafford. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Stafford now off the play fake. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
It is cut left side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First down throw here for Stafford. Down to the 10. Cut at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And now they have a 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
1st and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Stafford's going to throw once more. It's caught by Williams. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. Running right, it's Williams. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish off their opening drive. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Josh Blackwell to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bears offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Going play action. Williams. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Big strike here to Moore. He's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looks pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Going to run again with Swift. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jared Verse on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 25 yards at the play. That's another Bears first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
1st and goal, Swift. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
After the sack, offense dealing with 3rd and goal now from the 10. Now here's Williams. Flushed out now to his left. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Leaving the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to try to throw for it. Roll. And And they take this in for the score. The Bears take a second quarter lead. Caleb Williams, the touchdown.
What an absolute bonus for this offensive coordinator when you've got a QB that can create. What a nightmare for a defense as they just get run on.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
He'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Completed over the middle. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears about set for their next possession. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams get the football back at the opposing 45. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Rams set to go on offense once more. They'll start at the opposing 45 following the interception. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Adams put in motion right. On 1st down, here's Stafford. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
It's now
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is second down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Going deep here for the end zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams parlay the interception into points. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams tie things up at 14. Tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First down throw by Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off the pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Working from the gun, Williams. That's more of the catch out left. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down Bears.
First and 10 at the 42.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Williams on first down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Running with Swift out of the gun. And not much space available there, maybe two, and that brings up third down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Third down, here's Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And that brings up fourth and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They go with Williams on the counter. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They stay on the ground with Williams. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. So 20 yards on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
1st down. It's a gain of 20.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Short pass brought in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Williams. And he has this down to the 34. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, or they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Sunday night primetime on the other side. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Stafford from the gun. Pass is cut at the 9. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
26 more yards. That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and goal, Rams.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bears 14.
Chester, sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag, I'm just telling you that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred in this range, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. First call here coming from the shotgun. Williams to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Now Williams finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
The Rams into the dime. 3rd down coming. To the air on 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
4th down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. Back deep for the Rams. It's Xavier Smith. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the 2nd quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion Smith left. Play action now for Stafford. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Stafford to throw again on 2nd. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and 4 coming up now. To throw, Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Devontae Adams, the intended target. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
The Rams are set to punt. He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Bears going on offense here late in the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He's back to throw. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Had a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Blake Corum now to return it. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. And finds Adams downfield. He goes the distance, touchdown, LA! The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. Devontae Adams, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams double their lead to 14.
Bears 14.
here's Evans set to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here come the Bears, back out on offense. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. 1st down, and they go right back to it. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And this one is launched downfield. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Another run for Williams. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Right back to Williams on 1st down. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Bears in the nickel, 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
The Rams are set to punt. And this will stick them back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying grounded with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, he puts him air under this one, right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And that makes it 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into capture a better look.
On now comes their punter. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Go left side, taken in by Adams. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
1st down. A gain of 19 yards.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Stafford now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. We pick the handoff now, Stafford. Hauled in by Adams over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop 1. Up
the gut they go with Williams. This This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You spring a big game like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They'll give it to Williams on the option. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Stafford now. Oh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Stafford now against the blitz. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21.
35, Bears 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Bears about set for their next possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First and 10 from the 32. Handoff left for Swift. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Free play here. Let's see what he does. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that one's incomplete. points for now. He brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still third down.
Call helps, but they still need to figure out third down. Williams with the sneak. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To the ground. It's Manungai. He takes it down to the 33. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down Bears.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that.
He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. We've reached the end of the third on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the fourth at a massive deficit. Second down now, they need 7. Zone read to give to Swift. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. A gain of 15 there, and that'll be first down Chicago.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers, just the element they needed to spring that run.
First down, Williams to throw. Short pass brought in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Williams from the gun. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Romadudes, a touchdown. You always tell me, Brockett, is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears get it back to a 14-point game.
Bears 21.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Whittington now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Williams on the carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Stafford from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Now, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Chicago getting set to take the field now. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Going run again with Swift. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from the 43. On play action, Williams finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
They'll run it with Swift. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. One guy with it. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. And send their tight end right. Williams on the play action. Brought in right side by Moore. And he will not score, but that does set him up front with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good. Bears, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. And he's got it! Has a layout for it, but touchdown! The Bears now within 1 score in the 4th. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Santos now for the extra point.
The extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
35. Bears 28.
Just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Whittington now on the return. It's going well so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And he has kept his pace up in the 2nd half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They go with Williams on the counter. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. To throw, Stafford. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going left side, Williams with it. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Another run for Williams. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Third and a lone yard coming up. He'll try to do it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Stafford back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Stafford to throw again on 2nd. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. 8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Running for the marker with Williams. And he has the first down for the Rams. And partner, that should be all they need to now coast to this win.
Yard gain on the play.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
Here's a design run. Down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a 1-possession game that's not about how you start, it's all about how you finish.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Chicago.